Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah to the Akim. Yahweh Shemar Althar Bahashem Yahushua to the Akwakim. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command General Yohana. And since 1969, the ISUPK has been bringing out the truth of the Bible. And that truth is that the so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, and so-called Native American man is the true Israelite of this Bible. Let's clap it up. Speaking of being the true black man, so-called Native American man, Hispanic man, is the Bible. We're gonna touch on that topic today in Deuteronomy. Try to touch on what's really going on with us in our community and why we can't get it right as we need to. Part of the reason why we can't get it right is because we live under the oppressor's laws, the oppressor's rules,
right,
instead of the rules of the Most High, which would set us right on track. That's all we need to get right, get it together. You know what I mean? You understand? We're gonna get it going. We're gonna get it going in Deuteronomy 28:1.
Okay.
Touch on this a little bit. You got me out of one? Let's go, boy.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Yeah, you know that's what we don't do. So you know what I mean? We don't do anything we're supposed to do when it comes to the Most High, keeping these statutes, laws, and commandments. We want to run with our oppressor. We obviously is not what the oppressor can do what he do. We can't do that. We're at the bottom. We're not set above all nations. We're at the bottom of these nations. You understand? 2 through 4, we're gonna get to the blessings. Let's get drop that. Let me get through 2. Slocky. Let me get Deuteronomy 28:2.
And all these blessings shall come to thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Keep going.
Verse 3. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field.
Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. You know what the field would be like, where you work at, you know what I mean, your business, anywhere you getting money, anywhere you prospering in life. So that's obviously the people out here, the Jews, the Chinamen, they're prospering in those fields right now. And they're definitely not keeping the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? They eating pork, eating crab, eating shrimp, so you know it obviously doesn't apply to them. Keep going.
Verse 4, blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle.
Slocky, the fruit of your body. You know, the fruit of your body would be like your kids would be blessed. Our kids are running wild out here. You know what I mean? So obviously, these curses are falling upon us right now. So read.
The increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Keep going, warrior.
All right, verse 5. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store.
You know what your basket would be? What would you think your basket would be in your store? Your basket would be like your wallet, like your bank account, things you keep things in. You know what I mean? Your wallet is empty, black man. Your bank account is empty, Hispanic man. We got to get to these laws and commandments. You know what I mean? We gonna drop that. Let's go to 15, so we can get to the meat of this.
Come. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
That means it's gonna happen. It's gonna come to pass, and it has come to pass.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
You know that's what we definitely don't do, because we worship the Israelites back in the day. So worship golden cattle and had idols and all that stuff. To this day, we're having idols, false idols, and things we shouldn't be doing. Continue.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And this is where we're going to start getting to some of these curses that we go through on a daily basis in our community, and the so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, and so-called Native American man go through every day on a daily basis. 16.
Come. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
We're the ones getting killed every day in the city. We're the ones broke in the city. Keep going.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
We are the ones that is the last hired and the first fired. You understand? We are the ones that's training our supervisors to take our spot. You know what I mean? We're blessed. We're cursed in the field right now. The Mexican man, the Hispanic man works harder than anybody out here and gets paid the least. You understand? A Native American man, they got liquor stores on their whole block everywhere. They can't even make it to the field. You understand? Let's drop that. Let's go down Salaki. We're going to get 32. Oh, so yeah, let's go 32. Salaki,
if I may. That verse also talking about like location. You feel what I'm saying? Like cursed in the city, cursed in the field. You know, you got your urban areas, your major cities, like Baltimore, Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, DC, you know, your heavily populated cities. You know what I'm saying? That field also, you know what I'm saying, is talking about, you know what I mean, countryside. You know what I mean? Like we on the eastern shore of Maryland, ain't nothing but a bunch of chicken houses here.
We still,
you know what I'm saying? Chicken houses and soybean and cornfields.
From eastern shore to Baltimore.
And no matter where you go, you find these curses. You know what I'm saying? You find blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans cursed. You know what I'm saying? Not just in America. You're talking about, you know, South America. You're talking about over in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere our people are, man, we are cursed. You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, Salaki, with Easter, I wanted to bring up the fact of Easter. Do you have that, Adawan?
What part you talking about?
I want to get to the bottom of. I want to show people what this Easter is all about. Because that's how we're not following the Most High's statutes and commandments. You know what I mean? We're not supposed to worship these false holidays. If it's not in this Bible, we shouldn't be celebrating it. I mean, I had my sister pull up on me the other day on the barbecue for Easter. I said, I don't want none of that food. And the Most High wouldn't want me. I'm still celebrating Passover. I can't have unleavened bread anyway.
Give a hand for the Passover.
Give a hand for the Passover. It was glorious. It was a glorious. Shout out to General Yohana and the UPK. They threw an extravagant event. Glorious. I can't wait for the next one.
I got that article for you.
All right, I'm ready, Adawan.
That little excerpt. This is like an excerpt from the Scientific American. It says Easter was originally the celebration of Ishtar, the Assyrian and Babylonian goddess of fertility and sex. Her symbols, like the egg and bunny, were and still are fertility and sex symbols. You understand? So you take that, sir. Take that word.
That's like it's all their holidays are pagan. This one, it's another one. It's a cult practice. Do you have the first bullet point under? It says Ishtar was the goddess of love and war and sex. Show you how demonic our oppressor is to keep making us celebrate these holidays, and our people is lost for lack of knowledge.
Yeah, I got it. It says, again, the Scientific American. Ishtar was the goddess of love and war and sex, as well as protection, fate, childbirth, marriage, and storms. There's some fertility in there, but as with Aphrodite, there is also an element of power.
Mm-hmm.
Her cult practiced sacred prostitution,
Mm-hmm.
where women waited at the temple and had sex with a stranger in exchange for a divine blessing
That's wicked.
and money to feed hungry children or pay a debt.
You see, our oppressor is a wicked individual. They're real cunning. They get us to celebrate these pagan holidays every year. And that's what we're lost at, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Because don't take on none of the ways of the oppressor.
So, like, if I may,
Uh-huh.
I'm saying, I mean, I learned about Easter, you know what I'm saying, in the Christian church, man.
Kind of one
You
kind.
understand?
Kinda one
Our
kind.
pastors taught us, you know what I mean, to celebrate Easter. You understand? We went to the church for the Easter egg hunt. You dig it?
Kind of one kind.
And all the while we thinking, you know what I mean, they talking about they celebrating Jesus. You feel what I'm saying? His death and resurrection. But the real underlying, you know, history and origins of those traditions, the Easter egg, the dyeing it, and all that garbage, it is rooted in some, you know, the worship of another God, which the God of this Bible forbids for his children. You understand?
The Christian church is wicked.
I mean, ain't no answers in the Christian church.
It's wicked.
That's for sure.
Let's see, we got 16. Let's go back up to 32, get more on these curses. Get more on these curses, man. We got to get it. We got to be better, get these law, statutes, and commandments, man. You understand? We're going to get the 28 and 32, Baba Shah.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
And that's way back in the day when we were slaves. They would take that baby when it was young, man. They would take it young as they could and sell him on auction blocks. You understand? The oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. He is an evil individual.
That's right.
Continue.
And thine eyes shall look
Mm-hmm.
and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Mm-hmm.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
No might in our hands. There's nothing they could do. To this day, there's nothing we could do but follow the oppressor's rules. We can try to go against it if we want. It was not going to work out for us. You understand? That's how evil the oppressor is. He puts us in these situations where if you just follow the laws of the Most High, you won't have to go through that and interact with that oppressor. Stop doing drugs. Stop selling drugs. Stop trying to be Frank Lucas. Alabama.
If I may, like, you know, in this scripture, it's talking about, you know what I mean? I can't read this scripture and not picture, you know what I mean, those pictures from slavery, you know what I'm saying? When they would have, like, the family on the auction block, you know what I'm saying? Or that there's one picture where it's like there's a woman, you know what I'm saying? And there's some oppressor pulling her child away from her. And there's someone pulling her back, you know what I'm saying? They illustrating that separation. And that child's being taken from her.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to wonder whether or not she was successful in keeping that child. That child was gone. And again, like, I can't think of another race of people, man, where this is even remotely applicable. You dig what I'm saying? Down on the Mexican border, you know what I'm saying? They were just doing this not too long ago under Trump's, you know what I'm saying, presidency, where they were separating, you know what I mean, those children from their parents, putting them in dog cages. And to this day, they've lost thousands of children, man. They don't know where the children have gone, and all that's parents to this day still trying to find those children that were separated from them. You understand? Because they were trying to come into America to escape, you know, whatever persecution and, you know, terror was going on that the oppressor caused in their country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's it on that.
That's why we got to stop following the oppressor's laws and get into this Bible, man. These laws, statutes, and commandments. If this doesn't, even by now, you should see who the Israelite, who the true Israelite Salaki, the true Israelites is of this Bible. It is you, black man, you Hispanic man, you Native American man.
That's right.
You understand? Name another race, another nation who have went through half of these things already as a group. All of these apply to you, black man, you Hispanic man, you Native American man. You understand?
Right.
We gotta get it together. 33.
Come. Verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors.
The fruit of the land. You are in America, black man. You done put in so much work, and you're not benefiting from none of the fruit of the land. You're not benefiting from none of the fruit of your labor that you put in to build this nation, to build America. We're still at the bottom. They'll let the Ukrainians in here to be set above you. You understand? You've been here. You built this city. You understand? Hispanic man and Native American man. Y'all built this city. Lucky. Continue.
And all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
And that's us to this day. This is about you, black man. This is about you, Native American man. This is about you, Hispanic man. We're crushed. We never get no rest. We can't get no sleep. We can't do nothing. We're always looking over our shoulder. We always watching our back. You know what I mean? We got to get it together. You understand? Get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Can we drop down to 38?
Come.
Because it still relates.
Come. Verse 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it.
That's the think about when you working all day, black man. You working 40 hours a day, 40 hours a week, Slovakia, 12 hours a day. You know what I mean? Sometimes, and you get to check, and everybody got their hands in it. The locust is consuming your paycheck. Right. Good. All of them, I don't even know who they are, but they get more of it than you do. They give you the crumbs of your labor. You understand? This is a wicked nation, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. You understand? We're going to go to 48. Slovakia, let's get 46 first.
Come. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
And you know what that means, black man, Native American man, and Hispanic man? It's like you see a McDonald's, right? It's a sign. You know, you understand? You know, that's McDonald's. It's time to eat. When you see these curses, that's a sign. It shows you, black man, Native American man, Hispanic man, this is about you. This is about you. These curses are for you. You understand? And it's going to be upon your seed, it's been upon us, and it's going to keep going until we get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments like the Most High asked us to do. You understand? It's not that hard. Let's drop down and get 48. Salakia.
Come. Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
And that shows the Most High even said it. Your oppressor is your enemy. The oppressor, the Most High sent the oppressor against you and told you he is your enemy. Do not make peace with him. You can make peace with him, but you can't gather in their nations. You can't look to take on their ways. You can't follow them and do what they do. Most High wants you to move different, black man, Native American man, and Hispanic man. You understand? Continue.
And hunger.
And hunger. Slocky. And hunger, we have none of our food places are ours. You understand? We can have a black grocery store, but guess what? That food is not coming from a black person. It's not coming from a Hispanic person. It's not coming from a Native American person. That is coming from your oppressor. We have no food places of our own. You understand? Can you?
And thirst.
Water. We don't even have free water. We buying that water. We buy that water. You feel me? We got to pay for water. We paying for it. You get the Aquafina, all that. No black person, Hispanic person, Native American person owns those water places. You understand? Can you?
And in nakedness. And in want of all things.
Anything we want, we have to go to our oppressor to get it. You understand? We have nothing of our own. Everything we get, we have to ask for a crumb from our oppressor to get it. Who's that sound like? Us. You understand? 10 year?
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Mm-hmm. Back in the day, he would put yokes of iron on the slaves with bells on them. You understand? So when they tried to run away, they would know where they was. They know how to catch them. Modern day, they putting that a yoke of iron around your wrist, black man, Native American man, and Hispanic man. We populating them jails. You understand? They're
Right.
gonna know that free work right back into slavery from you. You understand?
Right.
You know what I mean? The oppressor is a wicked individual. You understand?
Come, come.
Mm-hmm. Read on. Drop to the next one. 49.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee
Mm-hmm.
from far,
Mm-hmm.
from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth,
Mm-hmm.
a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Basically, what he's saying, like he's gonna bring a nation from the other side of the earth, which he did. Swift as the eagle flyeth. America, the oppressor loves using that eagle sign. You understand me? With a tongue that we do not understand. We was not speaking English. We was not speaking Spanish. We was not speaking Portuguese. We was not speaking any language that the nation of Israel is speaking right now. We had to learn that. You are a Hebrew, black man, Hispanic man, so-called Native American man. You understand?
Right.
Read on.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
Mm-hmm. A wicked nation. They don't nothing but kill, lie, and destroy. You understand? They colonize everything they get their hands on. You understand? And who's this still applying to? You, black man, Native American man, and Hispanic man. You understand? Need to get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? We can change that. You feel me? Get into the get into class, ISUPK. You know what I mean? They got a website and learn how we can change this. You understand? Let's see what we got with it. Flocky. You continue.
Which shall not regard the person of the old.
Mm-hmm. They don't care how old you is. They're gonna work you. They're gonna work your back until you're 80, till you're 90, till you understand me. Cause you got to still that bill still need to be paid. You think the oppressor cares that you're too old to work? You're gonna be old enough to be homeless. You understand me? You understand me? You're still old enough to be homeless because they're gonna kick you out of your house. You understand?
Right.
You're going in them streets. The oppressor is a wicked individual. Uh-huh.
Nor show favor to the young.
They don't care how young they are, you understand? Back in the day, they would have your kid picking cotton, you understand? To this day, they don't care how young they is, they still gonna run down on them. They would shoot them. Shoot them on the playground, you understand me? Feel like they're a threat. A little kid, you understand?
Salakia,
Uh-huh.
man. This reminds me of like, you know what I'm saying, like the police brutality.
Okay.
Like not too long ago, there was an old woman, you know what I'm saying, elderly woman that the cops pretty much beat down, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
because she had a back.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Like they beat her smooth down.
Like she is a threat.
You think also to like Tamir Race, you know what I'm saying? That young brother, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They gunned him down. You know what I'm saying? And they wage these wars, man, on our people, like, you know, with callous disregard for how old and how young they are. You know, they pollute our children's minds, man, with this social media and these TikToks and, you know, the damn, Disney has this agenda to make everything, like all these gay, all these, gay, you can say that. You know, having the gay characters and the LGBTQ characters and the cartoons and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it started with like Mulan. Remember that show Mulan? It was a little girl or whatever, but she wanted to be a warrior, so she cut her hair off and she running with the soldiers. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, our oppressor don't care about, you know, age. You know what I mean? What is it? Age ain't nothing but a number, man. They know that they're our enemy, man, and they exact their, you know what I mean, their vengeance on us, man.
Mm-hmm.
With no regard for how old or young we are.
Kind of one kind. Our children are under attack right now as we speak. They're giving them the decision to make on their own if they're gay. They don't know anything about being gay yet. You understand me?
Right.
They shouldn't even be thinking about sex. The oppressor is a goddamn pedophile if he's trying to think of them in that way at this point in time. You understand?
Right.
Let them learn. Let them study. You understand? Get something together instead of thinking about, you know what I mean, that the oppressor love to see us sin and go against the Most High. Everything they condone is going against the Most High. You understand? 420, that's an oppressor's holiday. You understand me?
Right.
If you're celebrating 420 today, these curses are falling upon you. They will fall on you like rain. You understand me?
Right.
Man, stop smoking that weed, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. It's just to keep you docile. You understand me? So you don't realize what's going on around you. You understand? See, let's keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna go to. Let's get up in here a little bit. Let's get to 51. Let's go with it.
Okay. Verse 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle,
Mm-hmm.
and the fruit of thy land,
Mm-hmm.
until thou be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Which also shall not leave thee either corn.
We come up with inventions. We built half of this stuff out here, and he takes all the credit for it. You understand me?
Right.
The oppressor's gonna take all the credit for that and leave you nothing. Leave you with crumbs. Leave you with the scrapings. You understand me? That's just he's a wicked individual. You understand? Let's go down to 64. Look.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
Mm-hmm. And that's why the nation of Israel is spread all over this world. You understand me? Started with the slave. Well, started back in the day in an apocrypha. You understand me? When the Romans came in, invaded. You feel me? When they scattered. After that was the slave Atlantic trade. You understand me? The Atlantic slave trade. Uh-huh.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Mm-hmm.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
That's Christmas. That's Easter. You understand me? That's Thanksgiving. You understand? That's all these things that we choose to worship instead of the Most High. You understand me? And all we have to do is come back to these law, statutes, and commandments and get ourselves together, black man, Native American man, and Hispanic man. You understand me? Uh-huh.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Mm-hmm. We didn't celebrate any of these. We don't know any of this stuff. Our forefathers didn't celebrate half the stuff that we celebrate today. These are the oppressor-made holidays. All of them are pagan. You understand me? And they're not from the Most High. Mm-hmm.
Even wood
Mm-hmm.
and stone.
You know what that wood is? It's a cross where they got the oppressor half naked on there. You know, understand? And then the stone, the Muslims with the cobblestone. You understand me?
Right.
They circle that thing for miles and kiss it and some more stuff. You understand me?
Right.
Let's see, we can get 68.
Come. And the Lord, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Mm-hmm. And Egypt, that means bondage or slavery. You understand? Egypt is Mizraim. I want to say Mizraim. You understand? So he means slavery again with ships as he did. You understand? Go read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Uh-huh.
thou shalt see it no more again.
Mm-hmm.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
That means no man will save us. You understand? Martin Luther King, with his wet dream, Slovakia, was not coming to save us. He made it worse. You understand me? We were doing okay when we were separated. You understand? We had our own businesses. We had our own banks. We had all that till we went back to our oppressor, needing them. And the only thing that happened from there is we ended up giving everything to them. Instead of keeping that black dollar amongst ourselves, we want to run around and give it back to them. You understand me?
So like, if I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
like we patronize their shops. You know what I'm saying? You know, thanks to Martin Luther King, we go and spend our money with them.
Mm-hmm.
They still don't spend their money with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that was a whole one-way street. You know what I'm saying? That's it on that.
That's what the oppressor does. All we have to do is fear the Most High. He's not a loving God or all that like the Christian church try to make him out to be. You understand? Oh Lord, can I get Ecclesiastics 12:13? The Christian church try to make him out to be so. All you have to do is have love in your heart, and He understands my heart, and I can obey this commandment, but not that one. No, if you're going against the Most High, He is not with you. You understand? If you're sleeping with the next man's wife, the Most High is not with you. You understand? If you can't leave that woman. It's a lot of things that the Christian church tells you that it's cool. It's not okay. You understand me? You got that, warrior?
Come.
Mm-hmm.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
The conclusion of the whole matter. You know what I mean? These commandments, Slovakia. Go ahead.
Fear God
Uh-huh.
and keep His commandments.
Black man, Native American, and Spanish man, you understand? Uh-huh.
For this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of man, you understand me? This is what we've been put here to do. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? It's not grievous, it's not that hard to do, you understand? But we feel like it is. You got Isaiah 2:8.
Come.
Yeah, it's not hard to keep these commandments. It's not hard. Get into the ISUPK and we'll teach you how to keep it under some real brothers. You understand?
That's right. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 8. Their land also is full of idols.
Mm-hmm. Full of the Cardi B's and the Megan Thee Stallions that got our sisters out here running around crazy, twerking on TikTok, making OnlyFans all over the places. It's so rapid. I can't even run through my timeline no more. You understand? Without seeing it. You feel me? Give me. Keep going.
They worship the work of their own hands.
Mm-hmm.
That which their own fingers have made.
They worship the things that they made instead of worshiping the things that the Most High has made and stood for. You understand me? That's not gonna get you far. You understand? Uh-huh.
So like, if I may, they got a whole show called American Idol. You know what I'm saying? Like our oppressor is proud of, you know what I'm saying, his, you know, the blasphemy in which he creates. You know what I mean? Amongst the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying? There's a brother from Salisbury, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
He a brother, you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I mean, he done made it the top 10. You know what I'm saying? And this, again, they trying to idolize the brother because he can sing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they'll make an idol out of anything. You feel what I'm saying? They want you to call in and vote and all of this stuff, and you know, to worship, you know, his ability to make noises. Like, how vain is that?
It's
how
very
weak is that?
It's very vain. It's very weak. That's the time we living in.
And that's, you know, that's it's so American. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's such an American construct. You know what I mean? To make things and then worship the things that you made.
And take your mind off of what's real in this world. What's really going on. You understand me?
Like you hot stuff. Like you don't really done something.
Hey, gotta work out.
Like I know that when being in the world, all kind like brothers, were proud of their wickedness, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they wore their wickedness like a badge of honor, man. Like when they came in that stinking marijuana, man, brothers were so proud of how good they can make marijuana.
Right.
Like how good their their rolling skills were, some other garbage.
Everything they do.
Like, it's all vain and terrible, man.
If I may, let's get Isaiah 9:17, and that'll put into play right here what we talk about right now. How you think everything is all gravy and going against his laws is what is supposed to be done.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 9, verse 17. Therefore, the Lord shall have no joy in their young men, neither shall have mercy on the fatherless and widows.
And that's why we're dying in the streets every day. You understand? That's why you go to the club, try and have a good time, and 3 people get killed. You understand? They're dying every day. People are dying on the regular. Last weekend, about 3 different places got shot up. You understand me?
Right.
They're on the brink of destruction right now, but that's why. Continue.
For everyone is an hypocrite and an evildoer, and every mouth speaketh folly. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still.
You understand? And that's what it is. Can I get Slovakia? I'm gonna go ahead and get Matthew Matthew 10:37. Say like it's not about the American Idol, it's not about this, it's not about that, it's about obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? That comes first. That comes first. The Most High comes first. You understand? Everything else is irrelevant. You got that out of line?
You said 10 and 37.
Con.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
This is coming Yahweh, you feel me?
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
Keep these commandments and let's bring it home. Give me 10 and 39. Bobby Kasha.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it. And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
That's what it's about. You understand? It's not all about doing what you want to do. I know when doing what you want to do seems fun, it's for the moment. What you gonna do when you're 35, still 30, 40, 45, something like that? You run around the club, still trying to bag the shorties. How I can't get a job because your urine is dirty. You understand me? That's not the move. Get up in this ISUPK and learn how to be a real man. You understand?
It's a lot. If I may, on that note, man, the ISUPK will show you how to party, man.
Right.
The ISUPK will show blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans how to party righteously, man.
Righteously. You understand?
You know what I'm saying? You'll learn something, you know what I'm saying, to party about. You know what I mean? You're not just going to party just because it's 420.
Right.
You understand?
Right. This is an abomination.
Party, you know what I'm saying? We just celebrated the Passover, which was, honoring, you know what I mean, the love that the Most High had for the children of Israel, man. When he slaughtered the Egyptians on our behalf, man, because of the atrocities that they had done to us. Then we partied for a week, man, in Florida under Commanding General Yohana, man. And I'll tell you what, there wasn't one fight, there wasn't one schism, there wasn't one cigarette or backwood or Black and Mild. You understand? It was just absolute, just glory. You know what I'm saying? And an excellent time, man.
One kind, and that's what it's all about. And with that, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah to the Akim, Yahweh Shema Ta'ba Hashem Yahushua to the Akwasi. We are 1 West, ISUPK started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. And since 1969, the ISUPK has been bringing out the truth of the Bible. And that truth is that the so-called black man, the so-called Hispanic man, and the so-called Native American man is the true Israelite in his Bible. With that, I'm going to pass the class to Officer Aisha.
All right. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. All right. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to that brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or the teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations this Saturday at 7 p.m. You understand? The ISUPK will be celebrating the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. If you in Maryland, you can check out the Baltimore site. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be holding it down with the you know what I mean, with that Sabbath service. Okay. So again, if you interested, just go to isupk.com, get in touch. I think it's 3430 Eastern Ave in Baltimore, Maryland. All right, you can come and tune in, come attend in person, or you can tune in online, at ISUPK, .com. Just get in touch with any of the YouTubes or whatnot, or social media sites that'll stream the event live. Okay. I think that's it. Again, get that Passover another hand, man. To all the brothers that made it down there. I'm sure all the brothers and sisters that made that voyage, to go celebrate the Lord's Passover. I know as far as for myself, it's certainly one, I won't forget. Give another hand for the Hebrew Academy, you know what I'm saying? Class of 2022, for all the participants, as well as the instructors, you know what I'm saying? All the instructors and Captain Akkad, who's the head of the Hebrew Academy. Again, man, them brothers sacrifice a lot to try these brothers in the Hebrew Academy to make sure that they, prove their quality. You understand? And that they are no cowards, man. So again, shout out to all them brothers, man, that made it through. And again, the water to all the instructors, and all the generals and captains and everybody that supported, and putting them brothers through those trials. Okay. So with that, men of Israel, Amadim, which means stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amadim Shabbat, Amadim Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah.
Yajmatah, Sar, turn to the sisters, Yishab, Amajim, which means stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yajmatah, class dismissed.